My beloved child. There are moments in life that arrive quietly. No loud announcement. No grand warning. No dramatic sign in the sky. Yet those moments carry the power to change everything. Today, I need you to listen carefully because an important change could be closer than you think. Not someday. Not years from now. Closer than you imagine. Closer than your doubts would ever allow you to believe. Before we go any further, do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The message unfolding right now is not about fear. It is not about uncertainty. It is about a door that has been moving toward you while you were focused on other things. And what makes this moment extraordinary is that many people never recognize the change when it first appears. For a long time, you may have felt as though life was repeating the same chapter. The same routines. The same questions. The same hopes carried from one day into the next. You kept moving forward, even when the road seemed ordinary. You kept believing, even when the results appeared slow. You kept showing up, even when nobody seemed to notice your effort. But what if I told you that the quiet season was never empty? What if every delay was preparing a foundation? What if every unanswered question was slowly building toward an answer greater than you expected? Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Right now, there is a shift taking place behind the scenes. You cannot see every piece of it yet. You cannot connect every dot. But that does not mean it is not happening. Some of the most important transformations begin long before they become visible. Think about a sunrise. The world remains dark for a while. Then, without warning, everything changes. The horizon glows. The colors arrive. The light spreads. Yet the sunrise was not created in a single second. It was approaching the entire time. Your change may be arriving in the same way. There is a reason you have been feeling different lately. A reason certain thoughts keep returning to your mind. A reason certain opportunities seem to appear and disappear before you can fully understand them. A reason your heart feels as though it is expecting something. That feeling is not random. It is the feeling of transition. The feeling of standing near the edge of one chapter while another chapter quietly waits to begin. And here is the surprising truth. The change coming toward you may not look the way you imagined. Many people spend years expecting one door to open, only to discover that a better door was waiting nearby. They focus on one possibility and miss the incredible opportunities growing just outside their vision. Do not make that mistake. Keep your eyes open. Keep your heart open. Keep your mind open. Because an important change could be closer than you think. Maybe it arrives through a conversation. Maybe it arrives through an unexpected opportunity. Maybe it arrives through a realization that changes the way you see yourself. Maybe it arrives through a person who enters your life at exactly the right moment. You do not know the form it will take. But you can prepare yourself to recognize it. And that preparation begins now. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Listen carefully. The people who experience remarkable changes are not always the strongest. They are not always the fastest. They are not always the most confident. Often, they are simply the ones who remain ready. Ready to notice. Ready to believe. Ready to take one step when the moment arrives. That is why this message matters. Because the opportunity approaching you may require attention. It may require courage. It may require faith in possibilities that have not fully revealed themselves yet. Do not underestimate the power of a single moment. One decision can redirect a year. One conversation can redirect a future. One realization can transform the way you see your entire life. And what makes this even more powerful is that you may already be closer than you realize. The signs are subtle. The clues are quiet. The change is approaching. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Right now, I want you to imagine yourself looking back at this exact moment months from now. Imagine saying, "That was the beginning." Imagine realizing that the day you almost ignored the signs was actually the day everything started moving in a new direction. Because that is how transformation often works. At first, it feels ordinary. Then suddenly, it becomes unforgettable. The next chapter is not asking you to become someone else. It is inviting you to become more of who you were always meant to be. And that is why this moment matters. Not because of what is ending, but because of what is beginning. The story is still unfolding. The picture is not complete. The revelation has not fully arrived. Yet every step seems to be leading towards something meaningful. Towards something important. Towards something that may be much closer than you think. So keep watching. Keep believing. Keep paying attention. Because what seems distant today may soon become reality. And when that moment arrives, you will remember these words. An important change was closer than you thought. And it was moving toward you the entire time. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The next part reveals why this change has been delayed, what has been happening behind the scenes, and the surprising sign that many people overlook just before everything begins to shift. A remarkable truth is about to unfold, and this is where the story becomes even more powerful. If you have stayed this far, then listen closely, because what you are about to hear may completely change the way you see the season you are living in right now. For so long, you may have wondered why certain things did not happen when you expected them to happen. You may have asked yourself why some opportunities seem to come close and then disappear. You may have looked around and wondered why others appeared to move ahead while your own path felt slower than you imagined. But here is the revelation. The delay was not the end of your story. The delay was preparation. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Many people misunderstand the quiet seasons of life. They believe that if nothing dramatic is happening, then nothing important is happening. Yet some of the greatest changes begin during the periods when everything appears ordinary. Think about that for a moment. The strongest foundations are built before the building appears. The deepest roots grow before the tree becomes visible. The greatest transformations often happen long before anyone can see the results. And that may be exactly what has been happening in your life. You have been growing in ways you did not notice. You have been learning lessons you did not realize were preparing you. You have been gaining strength you did not know you possessed. That is why this message is important. Because the change approaching you is not random. It is connected to everything that came before it. Every lesson. Every challenge. Every moment of patience. Every step that felt unnoticed. All of it matters. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Now listen carefully because this next revelation surprises almost everyone. The sign that change is near is not always excitement. Sometimes the sign is clarity. Sometimes the sign is a feeling that you can no longer remain exactly where you are. Sometimes the sign is the realization that you have outgrown old limitations. Sometimes the sign is the sudden awareness that your future looks larger than your past. And when that awareness arrives, everything begins to shift. You start seeing possibilities differently. You start thinking differently. You start expecting more from yourself. You start believing that something better is possible. That is not coincidence. That is preparation. There are people watching this right now who have been feeling that shift. They cannot fully explain it. They cannot fully understand it. But they know something feels different. If that is you, pay attention. Because important changes often announce themselves through small signals before they arrive in full. A new idea. A new opportunity. A new perspective. A new level of confidence. A new sense of purpose. These things may appear small at first. But they are often the beginning of something much bigger. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Here is another truth many people never realize. Sometimes the greatest opportunity is not the thing you have been chasing. Sometimes it is the thing quietly moving toward you. While you focused on one possibility, another possibility was growing. While you waited for one door, another door was preparing to open. While you worried about timing, the right circumstances were coming together. That is why patience is so powerful. Not because patience makes things happen, but because patience allows you to remain ready when they do happen. And readiness changes everything. The people who recognize opportunity are often the people who remain attentive. They stay aware. They stay hopeful. They stay prepared. And when the moment arrives, they move forward. That moment may be closer than you think. In fact, some of you may already be standing at the edge of a new chapter without fully realizing it. You may be one conversation away. One opportunity away. One decision away. One realization away. The distance between where you are and where you want to be may be smaller than it appears. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Imagine looking back and realizing that this was the season when everything began to change. Imagine realizing that what felt like waiting was actually preparation. Imagine discovering that the path ahead was being built while you were focused on the path behind you. That is the power of perspective. And that is why this message matters. Because the story is not finished. The chapter is not complete. The revelation is still unfolding. The most exciting part may still be ahead. So keep watching. Keep believing. Keep expecting. Because the next part reveals the hidden reason some people recognize life-changing opportunities while others miss them completely, and the one surprising mindset that can make all the difference when your moment finally arrives. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a powerful reason you are still here listening to these words. Out of countless messages, countless voices, and countless distractions, something kept your attention. Something told you not to leave. Something told you there was more to discover. And that feeling matters. Because this part contains a revelation that many people spend years trying to understand. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The difference between those who experience meaningful change and those who miss it often comes down to one thing. Awareness. Not talent. Not luck. Not perfect timing. Awareness. The ability to recognize that a new chapter is beginning even when it does not look dramatic at first. Most people expect life-changing moments to arrive with certainty and clarity. They expect unmistakable signs. They expect everything to make sense immediately. But real transformation rarely works that way. Often, it begins with a whisper instead of a shout. A feeling instead of a guarantee. A possibility instead of a certainty. That is why so many people overlook the opportunities standing directly in front of them. They are waiting for something bigger. Meanwhile, the beginning of something extraordinary is already present. Think about that carefully. What if the opportunity you have been waiting for has already started revealing itself? What if the next chapter has already begun to unfold? What if the change you seek is closer than you ever imagined? Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Here is another surprising truth. Important change often arrives after a period of preparation that feels completely unrelated. You learn a lesson and do not understand why. You meet a person and do not realize their importance. You develop a skill and do not see its purpose. You face a challenge and wonder why it appeared. Then suddenly everything connects. The lesson makes sense. The person becomes important. The skill becomes valuable. The challenge reveals its purpose. And in that moment, you understand that nothing was wasted. Every experience was preparing you for what comes next. That realization changes everything. Because it means your story is not a collection of random moments. It is a journey. A journey moving toward a destination that is becoming clearer with every step. Many people never see this while they are living through it. They only understand it when they look back. But you have the opportunity to recognize it now. Right now. In this moment. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Imagine standing at the edge of a mountain trail. You cannot see the entire path. You cannot see every turn. You cannot see the final destination. Yet with each step forward, the view expands. The path becomes clearer. The possibilities become greater. That is exactly how important change often works. It does not reveal everything at once. It reveals enough for the next step. And then the next. And then the next. The people who move forward are not the people who know everything. They are the people willing to take that next step. That is why belief matters. Not blind belief. Not unrealistic belief. But belief that growth is possible. Belief that progress is possible. Belief that a better chapter can exist ahead. Without that belief, opportunities are often ignored. With that belief, opportunities become visible. And visibility changes everything. Because once you see possibility, you begin moving toward it. Once you begin moving toward it, momentum begins to build. And once momentum begins to build, remarkable things can happen. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Now listen carefully to this next revelation. The greatest obstacle to meaningful change is not failure. It is familiarity. People become comfortable with what they already know. Even when something better is available. Even when growth is possible. Even when opportunity is near. Familiarity feels safe. But growth often begins beyond what feels familiar. The moment you become open to a new possibility, your world expands. The moment you allow yourself to imagine something greater, new doors begin to appear. The moment you stop limiting your expectations, the future becomes larger. That is why this message is so important. Because the change approaching you may require a new perspective. A new level of confidence. A new willingness to believe that something extraordinary can happen. And if you embrace that mindset, you may discover opportunities that were invisible before. The signs are already appearing. The clues are already present. The story is already moving forward. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Months from now, you may look back and realize that this was the moment when your thinking began to change. This was the moment when possibility became real. This was the moment when the future stopped feeling distant and started feeling close. Because important change is rarely about one event. It is about becoming the person who is ready for that event. And readiness is growing inside you right now. The next part reveals the hidden signal that appears just before a major breakthrough, why some opportunities arrive when they are least expected, and the astonishing reason your next chapter may already be closer than anyone realizes. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. A fascinating moment is approaching in this journey, and what you are about to hear may be the most surprising revelation yet. Up to this point, we have talked about preparation, awareness, and readiness. But now it is time to talk about the signal that often appears just before a major breakthrough. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Many people believe that important change arrives when everything is perfect. But the truth is often the opposite. Sometimes, right before a new chapter begins, life feels unusually quiet. Sometimes, right before a new opportunity appears, progress seems slower than expected. Sometimes, right before a breakthrough arrives, people begin questioning whether anything is changing at all. And that is exactly why so many people miss the signs. They mistake the final moments of preparation for a lack of progress. They mistake silence for absence. They mistake waiting for standing still. But beneath the surface, movement is happening. Connections are forming. Opportunities are developing. Possibilities are growing. And one day, what was invisible suddenly becomes visible. That moment changes everything. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Think about how a puzzle comes together. For a long time, individual pieces seem disconnected. You cannot see the whole picture. You wonder how everything fits together. Then suddenly one piece connects with another. And another. And another. Within moments, the image begins to appear. What once seemed confusing becomes clear. Life often works the same way. The pieces of your story may be moving into position right now. The lesson you learned years ago. The opportunity you almost ignored. The conversation you nearly forgot. The dream you continued believing in. The skill you developed quietly. The confidence you built one day at a time. All of those pieces may be preparing to connect. And when they do, the picture becomes clearer. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Now listen carefully. There is a mindset that separates people who embrace opportunity from those who miss it. That mindset is expectation. Not entitlement. Not assumption. Expectation. The belief that good things are possible. The belief that growth is possible. The belief that tomorrow can be better than today. People who expect nothing often overlook everything. People who remain hopeful notice possibilities others ignore. That is why your mindset matters. Because what you look for influences what you see. If you look only for limitations, you will find limitations. If you look for possibilities, you will begin to notice opportunities. And opportunities have a remarkable way of appearing when people are ready to recognize them. The title of this message says that an important change could be closer than you think. And now you understand why. Not because change appears magically, but because preparation, awareness, and expectation bring you closer to recognizing it. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is another revelation many people never discover until much later. Sometimes the opportunity that changes your life does not arrive in a dramatic package. It arrives quietly. It arrives naturally. It arrives in a way that feels almost ordinary. That is why awareness is so important. Because extraordinary opportunities often wear ordinary clothes. A simple conversation. A simple idea. A simple invitation. A simple realization. These moments may appear small, yet they can redirect an entire future. That is the astonishing truth. The biggest changes often begin with the smallest beginnings. And if you are paying attention, you may already be seeing clues that your next chapter is approaching. You may feel more motivated. You may feel more focused. You may feel more open to new possibilities. You may feel as though something is shifting. Trust that feeling. Not because it guarantees a specific outcome, but because it reminds you that growth is happening. And growth always creates new possibilities. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Imagine yourself 1 year from now. Imagine looking back at this season. Imagine realizing that the change you were hoping for was already on its way. Imagine realizing that while you were searching for signs, the signs were already surrounding you. Imagine realizing that the future you wanted was moving closer one step at a time. That realization would be powerful. And it may be closer than you think. Because important change rarely arrives all at once. It arrives one step at a time. One lesson at a time. One opportunity at a time. One decision at a time. And before you know it, everything looks different. The journey that seemed ordinary becomes extraordinary. The chapter that felt uncertain becomes meaningful. The future that seemed distant becomes real. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The next part brings everything together. It reveals the final message, the hidden truth behind this entire journey, and the reason this important change may already be closer than you ever imagined.